Here's just a video of this double brown. So it's a bit congested in here, but so this tractor was the original Selectomatic 990, the early version with the 8447 engine. It's got a steering column from a Fiat 990 tractor, so just using the orbital valve and the steering column. So that runs onto these two rams, so one on either side. They are off a Gale 1465 round baler. Now you'll see I've just joined two old drawbar frames together, and they fit into the original mounting hole for the rear. So this whole bottom frame, which is joint to the front tractor, through this pivot here, pulls directly off the drawbar of the back tractor. So this is just I think it's a category 3 weld-on ball end that you can put on, the end of a plough arm. So I've just put that in there, and these are all just ball ends that I had laying around. Everything was just what was available laying around. This is a industrial 990, so it never had a PDO hydraulics or anything on it. I've turned the hubs forward to sort of shorten the front tractor's length, and obviously keep this tractor quite close to the front of this one. Sorry about the lighting. So I've just used this really short top link, so this gives it it can oscillate side to side, and also this is in line with the bottom ball pivot, so this is the steering here, and this part here is basically just for the oscillation. So yeah, it's mounted through each side, which comes down, it's all mounted in behind here, and then that just runs through to the back here. So this carries the weight of the front tractor, which isn't really heavy. It's actually, most of the weight is on that bottom pivot there, which I said is comes through from the back. So there's a power steering pump running off this front engine, and that uses the oil out of the transmission and returns it back into here, so that does the lubrication for this back transmission. Now I changed this from the industrial transmission just to a standard 6-speed, so it matches this one. Even though this is a 12-speed, I just leave that in normal. So basically just a 6-speed, both of them. So your power steering pump here, just got a suction filter, sucks out the bottom of the trains. For the clutch, I use, this is just an old trailer tailgate ram, so it's spring return, just a single acting ram. So it pushes on here, which pushes the clutch down for the front. It's controlled by this valve, which is teed off the power steering pump, so it's electric. There's a switch on this clutch pedal here, so that as soon as that goes down, it disengages the front clutch. It's sort of, everything's sort of been made temporarily just to see how everything works. Throttle linkage and stop are all cables, so there's the stop for the front, one for the rear. I put this here in, and this cable here runs to the front for the front throttle. None of this is original, this was all on the tractor before I got it. But what it does is, so when I set these revs, I can adjust this one up or down for the front engine's revs just to get them matched the same. So, which seems to work quite well. So I run two rev counters, one here and Oh, the other one I've borrowed from my other tractor, but that goes there. So they're both the same, so you can sort of glance at them and know they're doing the same when you want to change gear. As far as the gear shift goes, I've only got a cable. I had a cable lying around that was long enough to do just second and third gear on this one. Everything else is obviously got to hop off and do it. And that's controlled by this lever here. So that's second and third. I will come up with something better, but that works for now. But yeah, it was just built basically for a bit of fun, and this whole front tractor was a whole box of parts, or boxes of parts, probably looks like that. So it was made from, so that's an Implementic engine on the front. I sort of done a bit of a rebuild on it, got that going. The bonnet's Select-O-Matic, the front nose is Select-O-Matic, but the diesel tank and the radiator Implementic. That's why the bonnet actually sits a little bit lower on this one than the rear one. But yeah, it's still got its industrial it's got a double plate clutch in there. I use that because it doesn't have a PTO shaft running through, so it was a solid transmission input shaft, so that sort of stops any oil leaking out, obviously, because there's no PTO shaft in there. Brakes, I have only got rear brakes at the moment. I did put brake shoes and everything in this one, but I'll see what I do there. I did think of maybe running a cable from both forward to a central point and have like a ram or something to pull on that. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, hopefully that explains a bit of it. Thank you.